Hello, YouTubers, and those of you that read my blog on Facebook. This is the song I thought should be playing because right now I do kind of look like something the cat drug in. Just came in from out of the rain. It's about to winter storm here yet again. And anyway, I look like something that the cat dragged in. No makeup today. I know some of you have probably been wondering why I didn't put an update last week. I was just trying to get some answers to some of my medical issues. So, the number one answer is the kidney stone is gone. Um, I had an X-ray on Monday that really wasn't conclusive. So then I had a CT scan on Tuesday, and the doctor called me today and said that the kidney stone is gone, and that apparently I'm tough because I didn't know that I passed it. It was a good-sized stone. The funny part is they put me on a medication called Flomax, which is for men with enlarged prostates, and it's also supposed to kind of um, open all of the parts of the urinary system in females. So anyway, that's a little bit of TMI, but I thought it was pretty funny that I was taking a prostate medicine and kind of chuckled to myself about that. The other things that have been going on, of course, the numbers. Let me get to that. Over the last 2 weeks, I really have not had a great result. The last time I videoed was November 29th, and I was at 268.4. Today, which is a weigh-in day, I am at 264.4, which is really only 4 pounds over 2 weeks. I have some theories on why that's happened. One is not enough protein, the other is not enough water. I used to be able to just chug down a glass of water. I can't do that anymore. The smaller stomach will not allow me to do that. So when I look at a 64-ounce container of water and try to get that down in a day, it just seems like it's really tough for me. So what I did do is, on the recommendation of one of my friends who had sleeve gastrectomy, he loves this Undri protein, and I ordered it. It should be in today, and he just drinks it in his water and says that it's, really, really great. So I'm hoping that that's going to help me on both fronts. With regard to the exercise, I got started with exercise, and it made my knees hurt so bad that I had to ice them for 2 days. Um, for those of you who haven't watched any of my other videos, I have really severe osteoarthritis in my knees, both knees. Both are bone on bone. X-rays this week showed that they have progressed in the last 18 months, unfortunately. My left one, and it's both on the insides of my knees, toward the insides of my legs. Those are the worst parts. On my left, I had a tiny bit of space there, and I don't have that anymore. So left and right knee are both bone on bone. I know eventually that I do have to have knee replacements. Trying to put that off as long as I can. Was hoping that getting off this, 37 something pounds would relieve some of the pain that I was having, but the problem is I had to go off the arthritis medicine, so I don't have any medicine at all right now for the arthritis pain. I have narcotics I could take. I don't want to take that. I don't like the way they make me feel, and besides, that's not a long-term solution. So what the nurse practitioner said was that she wanted me to try a higher dose of Tylenol, which I'm going to try, and I've got kind of a negative attitude going into it. I don't think it's going to work. But I told her that I would try it and see what happens. If that doesn't help, then she's going to give me Ultram in hopes that it will control the pain enough that exercise won't be so painful for me. I got cortisone shots in both knees on Wednesday, yesterday, or Tuesday. I can't remember. Today's Friday. I got them Wednesday. Um, and I'm already feeling a lot of relief. I mean, if I could get those cortisone shots all the time, it'd be great. But they don't want to give you more than 3 or 4 injections a year because it can actually erode the bone further, which of course is the last thing that you want to happen. So that's kind of the the rundown on what the health issues are, and then so most of that stuff is now squared away the best that I can do. Getting the knee injections has really helped a lot, and for those of you that have never had them, it completely depends upon the skill of the person giving them on how painful they are. This time it was a little more painful than usual, but it was because she did them from the front instead of the side. I think the side approach is a little less painful. Um, but overall, it's small discomfort. I mean, small for the payoff. She sprays it, and it freezes your skin so you don't feel the needle going in. She gives a lot of them, so she's skilled. She knows what she's doing. And they put a numbing medicine in there, so almost immediately you feel some pain relief, and then within the next few days, it's a lot better. So I've really been enjoying that, and getting around with very little pain. So I just made a few notes there. I wanted to make sure that I covered everything. Oh, and one funny story about seeing the urologist. When I saw him on Monday and he looked at the x-ray that was inconclusive, he told me that I had three options. One was to do nothing and see what happened. He said the possibility there would be that the kidney stone could get larger if it was still there and actually cause kidney damage. Two would be a CT scan, or three would be I could go to sleep and he could put a catheter in there and see if it was still there. And he said, well, that would be, no problem. And I said, no problem for who? And he kind of laughed and said, well, for me. So, of course, I did not opt for that. And I feel totally comfortable talking to a healthcare provider like that. I mean, if you're going to come up with an idea of, let me just, put a catheter up there and look around, then, you deserve whatever somebody says to you. But anyway, he's a nice guy. I like him. When he called me today, he was very polite and just, he's just got that kind of sense of humor about him. So, a lot going on, of course, getting ready for the holidays. Um, Dogs are now yelping because they're in their crates and they want out. Um, so getting ready to travel here in about a week. This last week was very hectic because my husband was out of town, and so I had to kind of take care of everything, and he really does a lot around the house, and so um, really missed him for that, and of course just him being here. He's leaving again next week for Hawaii. This last week was California. It's next week's Hawaii. Poor guy, and the weather here in St. Louis is just rotten. One other thing while I'm rambling on here, I did try to get a follow-up appointment with my surgeon. I'm to see the nurse practitioner for the 6-week follow-up, which of course is today. She was already booking into the first of the year, so I opted not to go until after the first of the year. So won't be following up with the surgeon until after then, and I'll probably end up getting labs and that kind of thing. So that's where we are, and I guess that brings the total weight loss to 36.6 since the surgery, which to me doesn't seem like a lot in 6 weeks. I know for other people, when you say it, they're just like, what? That's a huge amount. But you've also got to factor in there that I came home weighing 305. So that was just ridiculous. Gained 18 pounds in the hospital. And then the bout with the kidney stone, they pumped me up with some fluids with that too. So that was another one where I had so a couple little setbacks there, but still almost 37 pounds. So I'm happy with that. So my goal of hoping to lose 50 by Christmas is probably not going to happen, but I'm okay with that too. So I will update again when I get a chance. Thanks.